Welcome back to Inside New Zion, the talk show. On today, we have some very special guests that's near and dear to me. In fact, they are the children of the third pastor here at New Zion Missionary Baptist Church. I met them when they were little, and now they are ages 26, 23, and 21, and we're here to talk to them today just about some of their upbringings coming up in the church and what they're doing in their current life. So please welcome Miss Kristen, Lauren, and Brice Williams. All right. Thank y'all for coming to the show today.
Well, thanks for having us.
So, I wanted to get started by asking y'all. So, when y'all first came here, and I know you guys were little kids, could y'all envision still, just coming up and growing up here at New Zion? Could y'all envision that when you guys were, just kind of young and, you was growing up, could y'all envision just coming up here?
Well, I think it's been so long ago, but if I can think back, I remember, being on the dance team and being on the drama team. And so, that made me feel comfortable in knowing, I'll always have a place to be able to display, the things I like to do at the church for a long time. So, that's what kind of drew me, and even youth church and everything like that. I could see myself doing that for years and years, but that's just my perspective.
I agree.
Okay. So what was you schooling and all that stuff? So, schooling, how did y'all, just coming up, being the pastor, kids and all that stuff. So in school and in church, did y'all feel any kind of pressure to, just be like normal kids, or, just go with the flow? How was that?
I think it was easier. It was easier than people think it is to be a pastor's kid. Me personally, I think it made me get over on a lot more people just because, playing a lot in the church. I wouldn't get in as much trouble. They would try, but it was just always a joke. So it was just fun to me. It gave me the spotlight a little bit, but I never felt any pressure. I just want to make everybody laugh.
I feel like my dad, our parents never made us feel pressured to be any type of way, and just kind of be who we are, be free to be the way that we are, and kids and everything. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So, did your parents, when y'all left, did they have any issues cutting that switch off from being pastor to going back to being the father when y'all left here? Because we know sometimes that holier than thou can kind of kick in with some pastors. So did that kind of carry over to the house sometimes?
No, I feel everyone knows that my dad was very practical in how he preached. And even towards the end, he became more of a teacher than a preacher. So everything that he talked about, on the pulpit or in the pulpit was exactly how he lived his life. So it was very practical. It was very realistic. There was never really a holier than thou type thing. I think that we were sheltered a little, but that was just parenting. That wasn't really because of him being a pastor. And I don't think anything was wrong with it.
Right.
I think that's just how it was. But there was definitely no switch. If anything, the switch is that he had his dad mode, his little dad hat on, and then he had his little play hat on, And so sometimes he played a lot, and so sometimes he would have to be okay, I'm dad now, I'm being serious now. So that's the only switch he had, if anything.
Okay.
I wasn't as sheltered as you.
Say again?
I wasn't as sheltered as you.
Well, I'm going to piggyback off real quick. I think, when you talk about the school versus, the church, I think the environment that I feel we did come from, a different environment. So I feel we kind of got the best of both worlds, where we're at church with our people, and then, we're comfortable, we're able to be ourselves for the most part. And then, we had the other aspect of being in the school environment in Huntersville, and having to kind of not necessarily code switch, but having the best of both worlds and learning how to survive and thrive in both environments.
Okay.
But
talking about being sheltered. Sometimes girls are more sheltered too. Did you find that Dad was more protective of you girls than Brice?
I feel like I know there's like a double standard, but I feel like it was kind of the same for all of us, right? Yeah.
No.
I think that I was just a little bit more independent, and I feel like I had the most common sense out of the three, especially this one. And so she's the one with like really she was one with no common sense, and then she was just very very safe. Whereas me, I had a good balance of all of it. So that's why I feel like I had a little bit more leniency when it came to my parents.
He's also the big.
And I had a lot of different experiences when I was in middle school. I didn't go to the same middle schools as them.
Okay.
So I was around a lot of different people at an earlier age.
So who was the disciplinarian? Because I know, like coming up, I remember I told your mom one day, because I seen her, what they call a resting face.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I told her one day, I said, I almost didn't want to approach you because you look very mean. And she told me, she was like, Junior, I'm trying to work on that. So, if she did or didn't, whatever, whatnot. But who was the disciplinarian in the house?
Dad.
Nah.
I think it was my dad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mama let y'all.
You should have asked me.
Either one. It's a round table discussion. So who?
My dad did most of it. He was kind of the one that you would be scared of.
Okay.
But I was scared of my mom up to a certain age. Then it was just funny.
Okay.
But
That age, meaning like 6 years old. After that, he stopped being scared of her.
Okay. All right. So let's fast forward to now, because you all have graduated. Basketball, medical school. I know you're going to school as well. So what do you guys have going on right now?
go ahead.
Well, since I had the mic already. So I finished my first year of medical school back in May. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
And so right now I am making some money over the summer. I'm working in this oncology program. It's a scholars program. And I'm also a teaching assistant for some pre-med students. So I hope to be working with breast cancer patients because I like breast cancer, and maybe I'll cut some breast cancers out and be a surgical oncologist. We'll see. Time will tell, but I definitely think I want to be working in oncology. I don't think any other field speaks to me the way that does.
Cool. Lauren, what about you?
I'm going to UNC Charlotte to get my bachelor's in psychology. So, yeah.
Cool. What is there anything that you want to do with that?
I'm not sure yet. I used to want to be a therapist, but I'm not sure. So I'm kind of still debating on what I'm going to do with that.
Okay. And last but not least, Brice, we know that you just finished up your third year with UNCC, and so what was that experience like? And then we want to also ask you about, we know you was in the transfer portal, and want to know where you're going now.
Yep. My 3-4 years at UNC Charlotte was all good. I felt like it wasn't as hard to, live in my dad's shadow that much there. It was a great place for me to grow. Went in when I was 17, 21 now. I graduate actually. My class is over on Wednesday, so then I'll be officially a graduate of UNC Charlotte.
Cool.
Yep.
Yes.
Then I'll be in grad school at Nebraska. I actually leave on Friday.
University
Cool.
of Nebraska? Like what school in Nebraska?
University of Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Thank you.
Yes. So when your decision to transfer, what led up to that, and then what was your ultimate deciding point when you decided on Nebraska?
I think I've done all of the growing I have done here. I think it's time for me to grow somewhere else. Sometimes you just outgrow where you're at. It's time for me to take on a new challenge, that being away from home, one. And then two, just getting more out there, getting uncomfortable again. I gotten too comfortable here. You do your most growing when you're uncomfortable, so that brought it about. And it was kind of easy to make the decision to go to Nebraska because that's where I felt the most support. That's where I felt comfortable being away.
Okay.
Because choosing like your team is your family, and I felt comfortable with the people who I would be around. Like they had the best interests at heart. It wasn't just business. So that's what I like to be around because it's not. You're only on a basketball court 50% of the time. The other 50%, I need somebody who's gonna care about me and want my best interest. Yeah.
So that's totally understandable. You got anything?
Kristen, you still have your Fit Doc YouTube channel. Can you tell us about that and how people can like and subscribe?
Yes, guys, if you're watching, please follow me. So my Instagram is YourFitDoc, YourFitDoc. Your Fit Doc. And on YouTube, my name is Kristen Simone. Simone. That's, some people just misspelled it, but anyways. So on my YouTube, really, I like to inspire and uplift and inform people about just my journey throughout getting into medical school and picking a school that's right for you. I think, like, what I tell the people that I mentor is that don't be so stuck on getting into school at a young age so you can graduate with your degree at 26 or 27. I think that, especially nowadays, it's important to get clinical experiences because people think that, you know, they can just go through school and be a good doctor, but it really takes you working with a doctor, you working with patients to understand if you will even be a good doctor. So that's kind of what I talk about on my page, and I like to vlog and just, like, you know, teach people about who I am because I'm more than just medicine. I don't want to be just a doctor. I want to do a lot of other things.
Who are you?
Well, if you must know. But yeah, so that's what I like to do. I like to uplift and just help people reach their goals and just live in success.
Oh, did any of you guys get to experience Italy coming up when your dad was playing?
You know, I was born there.
So he likes to lie. He likes to lie and say that he was born there. I was the only one that was born there, y'all. I was born in Treviso, Italy. I have dual citizenship, okay? So yes, I do. Okay. I do have. Okay. So anyways, he likes to lie and say he was born in Italy, but he wasn't. But no, to answer.
I like that.
To answer your question, no, we don't remember what it was like. We remember traveling there because I think they wanted my dad to play back when we were in elementary school, or I was in elementary school. And so that was nice, like getting to see everybody. But other than that, no, we don't remember living there.
Okay.
Thanks for having us.
Thank y'all for tuning in today, and you continue to be well.